Open up your brown book, baby. It's for you, it's for us. The fantasies, no one can judge us, no one can judge us. This is for us. Open up your brown book, baby. It's for you, it's for us. Open up your brown book, baby. Open up your brown book. Open up your brown book, baby.
Like jamming out, like, yeah.
Open up your brown book, baby.
That's a jam, Katee. I'm trying to sing you, girl.
It is, yeah.
I love it because it's like no one can judge us. That's my favorite part of the whole thing.
Yes, yes.
Open up my little brown book, and I'm gonna read me some good stuff. And honey, I'm gonna put my hands in my pants and go to sleep. Absolutely love it. Hey y'all, hey, it's your girl Shay Baby, and welcome back to another episode here at the Brown Book Series. Y'all know what's up. It's Wednesday night. It's 7:00. Brown Book Series is on, and y'all know I have oh my God, I have such a joy with me tonight. You know, I'm gonna give y'all a few minutes to get up in here because y'all don't want to miss this. I'm telling you, you do not want to miss this young lady. Like, she already coming in she already my kind of girl, honey. She came in with a hair chick, glasses chick, makeup chick. I was like, chick. Love it. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome for the very first time here at the Brown Book Series. New York Times, USA Today's best-selling award-winning author, Miss Katee Robert.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
Oh my God, you excited. Like, we're just like stoked over here. So thank you so much for joining us. We really, really appreciate you. And we're going to be real, real nice. Okay. We're going to be a real good night. Let's go over here to the Brown Book, the Players Club checking in. Hey, Missy, what's up, boo-boo? Yes, what's poppin'? Hey, Kim, how are you, darling? Y'all say hello to Miss Katee Robert, honey. She come over here, honey. She's slumming it tonight, baby. She's over here at the Brown Book Series. She is slumming it tonight, baby. Y'all make sure to like, subscribe, and share. Like, subscribe, and share. Let them know the Brown Book Series is on. And we're on with, like, man, let me tell you something. She is so wonderful that it's damn near scary, okay? It's damn near scary. New York Times, USA Today's best-selling author of spicy romance. She got that spicy romance, y'all. This is the romance that y'all like. You know what I'm saying? That we like. We like that. We don't like all that sweet shit, Katee. We like, what is that? We don't know.
Could not be me.
Girl, and it's not us. And we're glad that it's not you, girl, because honey, we'd be like, what? Oh my God. So, Katee, tell us a little bit about yourself outside of the literary world. We're going to get into that later on in this show, but we want to know, what is it like in the day in the life of New York Times, USA Today's best-selling author, honey, Miss Katee Robert?
Oh man, every time I answer this question, I'm like, y'all, I'm so boring. I hang out in my sweatpants. I hang out in my sweatpants. I work a lot. I have Great Danes. We get to go for walkies occasionally. I play a lot of Fortnite right now, which
girl.
My 8-year-old's really into, but then he moved on and I didn't. So
did he go to Roblox first and then Fortnite, or was it backwards?
It was like a Minecraft / Roblox to Fortnite, and then he went back to Roblox. But he also, like, now his friends are old enough to like play with him, so I think they do Sea of Thieves sometimes, and like,
okay.
I'm like, I like Fortnite. It's enjoyable to me.
It is enjoyable.
So that's how I wind down.
I don't blame you. Okay, so Fortnite is your thing, you know, so they can catch you playing Fortnite, chilling with the dogs.
Yes. And of course I read a ton, and I used to knit, but my hands don't hold up very well these days. So I haven't knit in quite a while. And that's kind of it. I have a boat now. I'll hop boat summer. Hopefully we'll see how it goes.
Listen, let me tell you, it's so hilarious. So me and my friends, right? You know, I have all friends of all walk of lives, right? So one of my friends said, Shay, I live in Massachusetts. So she was like, come with us. We're gonna go redneck boating. And I was like,
what does that mean?
Right. Because I'm like, I'm the only black person over here now. Hold on now. What we about to do? But I'm down with it. So whatever. And I was like, what is redneck boating or docking? So, don't you do this, okay, Katee? But you do this? Trip me out, but it was so fun. So it's like you pull up at the different docking stations or whatever, and you're supposed to pay to dock. They don't, because you pull right up like a big restaurant or a bar or something like that. So they was like, watch this. So I'm me, my dumb ass. I'm jumping in the boat. Like, okay, let's go. We go at each dock, and then we got kicked out of every docking place. But we just like, what? Get our wine and jump back on the boat, and we just laugh. And I was like, this is like dying and like what door dashing or something, like dying and dashing. Yeah. So
that's amazing.
It was amazing. I had so much fun. And I was like, I should know when they said redneck docking. I'm like, this is gonna be some bullshit.
Yeah, no, honestly. Yeah, the goal is to get out of the house a little bit periodically, and hopefully that will work out. But the sun and I are mortal enemies, and so I was like, I need a boat with shade. My husband's
shade,
like,
so you could go up under the shade and just chill.
And like just bathe in SPF and it'll be fun.
It'll be fine. Just make sure you pay for your docking stations though, Katie. Don't, you know what I'm saying? Girl, I was like, this is damn when I say I had so much fun, I said, yo, this is hilarious. But hey, it was what it was. I only I only did it like 3 other times. I'm just saying.
It's not your boat. It's not you're just along for the ride.
I'm just along for the ride. So I'm like, yo, oh my God. Okay, so now you're gonna start boating.
Yeah.
Bought your boat. Good to go. Do you know how to sail it? Are you going to have you a driver, or it's all you?
No, it's we got a pontoon because we're like, this is accessible, this is fine. And my husband and I took it out like on a trial run with just us because we're just going to see how it goes. We did run it aground twice. It's fine. Everything. In my defense, I didn't know there were sandbars there in this particular lake, which was a little silly, but we probably will stick somewhere deeper for the next time.
I love it. I'm excited. You gotta send pictures next time.
I will. Yes.
Definitely gotta see pictures. I'm gonna be like, yeah, I can't show y'all this. I'm gonna show y'all Katie and stuck in this old boat, honey. Got to show it. I absolutely love it. Let's see. Let's go back over here to this chat real quick and see what they saying over here. Because Katie, honey, they are real active over here, honey. They be talking. You got to watch this chat over here. They be talking trash over here. Hey, Mama Tony, evening. How y'all doing? Hey. Renata, what's up? Slick partner, what's going on, cousin? Hey, y'all. Hey, what's going on? Thank you guys for joining in. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. We have, honey, the extraordinary Miss Katee Roberts in the house, baby. So make sure you like, subscribe, and share. And let everybody know that Katie is over here, honey, of the Brown Book series, baby. We got us a star. We love it. Now, Katie, being an author. So now you over there writing all these nasty ass books that we love. I love the ones that with the honey with the ladies were sleeping with the father-in-laws and stuff. I loved it. Anyway, so
yeah.
I was like, this the taboo series. Yes, girl.
Yeah.
Tell us, how did the whole authoring thing come about? Did you used to write when you was younger? Like, how did you know that you wanted to be an author?
So I definitely wrote when I was younger. I'm an elder millennial, so like we did have access to the internet, but like it wasn't I wasn't aware that fan fiction was like a thing. And so I was writing fan fiction for like werewolf books that I was reading at the time, but I was not posting fan
What
fiction.
exactly is fan fiction, Katie? Because I get it mixed up a little bit with the fan fiction and the what's the other one? Like 50 Shades of Grey. Is that
yeah. I think it started as fan fiction, but like there's a subset of fan fiction called alternate universe that it's like these characters in a completely different universe, and that's what 50 Shades was of Twilight. And so while it had some of the same components, he was a billionaire instead of a vampire. Yeah.
So Christian is supposed to be Edward.
Yeah. Which, tracks. It's got a lot of self-loathing. Yeah, so it's mostly just taking established characters or worlds or whatever and writing within them, but like it could look like literally anything. The Raylo fandom has really interesting sub faucets. Like there's like one line in the movies where he's like, the light, it calls to me. And so there's like a whole subset of their fandom that writes like him as like a mothman, because the
Yeah.
light calls to, it's very silly. Um in like a really entertaining way. So yeah, I was essentially writing fan fiction, and then I got a little wild, and I was a teen mom and married a military guy and went to Germany for 4 years
Nice.
and didn't speak the language and had 2 kids under 2 and was going a little crazy. And so I started writing just for something for me. And like right around that time, Twilight, interestingly enough, like Eclipse was either had just come out or was about to come out,
Yeah.
and like the frenzy of it was really hitting its stride. And I was like deeply interested in Stephanie Meyer's publishing story because it's lightning strike. She's like wrote a book and like
Yeah.
sent it out to like one person and
Yeah.
then got a giant ass deal for it. And like that's not a thing that happens. But I was like, if she did it, maybe I could do it. Not like that, I couldn't, turns out.
Girl.
But and then, fast forward several years, a divorce, some other stuff. And I eventually sold a book in like 2011-ish. And then right as 50 Shades was doing like big numbers and everybody was like, we want 50 Shades, but something else. My publisher at the time was like, do you want to do this full time? And I was like, I do want to do this full time, because I was
Oh.
working like minimum wage with 2 kids. It was a mess.
Child, we all are here.
Yeah.
Shit.
And so I wrote a book called Wrong Bed, Right Guy that was one of the books that launched an imprint at that particular publisher and just got legs and ran. And, that was 12 years ago, and I'm still here, still trucking along.
You are still trucking along. That is for sure. You are still trucking along. I love it. I love it. Someone asked you about your hair. They're like, how do you get your hair to be so pink?
Oh, so it is, well, it's bleached, of course, underneath, but it is it's Goldwell Illumin. It's like technically a professional dye thing, but you can order it on the internet.
You did it yourself?
Oh no, goodness no. But
Oh,
my hairdresser retired, and I begged her to do kitchen hair on me because I can't, like, I've tried other places and they literally fried my hair off. And so if she ever retires for real, I might have to like leave town to get my hair done or figure out how to do it myself.
or just be like one of the young ladies who do my hair. She don't do nobody else. She's retired 50 years ago. I'm like, yeah, whatever. Until God calls you home, ma'am, your little fingers will be in this hair of mine.
Yeah, I'm like, can I come get my hair done in your kitchen? Thank you. I'll pay you so well. Like, you do a good job. Thank you. So yeah.
I absolutely love that. Absolutely love that. Okay, so you start out writing fan fiction, right? And so fan fiction. Okay. But how did you flip over to romance? What made you say, you know what, I'm just go over here and write some of this old steamy stuff down?
It was on accident, actually, because like
you just slipped on top of it, girl.
I just sort of like, because I was writing young adult, like I was trying to get published with young adult novels, which in hindsight's hilarious. And I had written this like really goofy, it's not in print now, no one look for it, book called Queen of Swords, which was like a space opera with like tarot elements. And I was by Kaiserslautern, like all the military stuff. My son was born in Kirchenbolanden, which is like spelled exactly like it sounds, and just like yeah, which I think makes him a dual citizen technically. But sorry,
Cool.
the tangents are real.
No, you good. Listen, I love it because some people be like, what they say? Let me read up. Like, no, girl, keep going. I love it. Yeah.
The ADHD, I'm like, done, and we're off.
Yeah,
but
we are twins. Where have you been, twin?
Yeah, so that was the book that sold, was ultimately like a romance that I had sort of written on accident. And then it turns out that the things, because back in like that time, the urban fantasy was like the thing, right? Like it like Cressley Cole and Karen Marie Moning and all of them were Shelley Lawrenston, they're all still writing, but so I was like, oh, I love these, but like the thing that I love most about them was actually the romance parts of it. And so it was very natural and brazen. Like the imprint that I published with was like, we need high heat. And I was like, I think I can do that probably. And I did, but like what's high heat in that book and what high heat that I write now are wildly different. I have definitely leveled up the spice in the last decade.
I absolutely love it. Okay, so you start writing spicy stuff. You like, this is my, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead on and do the damn thing. I love it. I love it. So then you crossed over into like fantasy.
Yeah, it's so
You just
for
kept going.
several
You just kept going. You was like, I listen.
it's gonna get weirder in the next couple of years because I read very widely and like so I wrote category romance only for like a couple years and like put
Right.
out a shit ton of books. And like if you are familiar with category romance, it's a lot of like, here's this box that you get to create it and you can't go outside this box. If you go outside this box, then we will be upset with you.
Banish you, right?
Yeah, basically. And so I just like came out of that and I sold some other stuff and like had some good experiences, but I ended up like the market turned to rom-coms and like
Yeah.
I cannot write a rom-com to save my life. I tried, I failed 3 times.
Damn.
It's a blessing, right? Because like I don't want to be writing rom-coms. It's not my
Well,
calling.
listen, you can't
Yeah.
write rom-com, baby, but you sure can write this song, honey. Let me say. I said, baby, she can write a love scene and don't quit. Wait a minute, hold on.
So I went indie and then like have circled back from indie publishing and kind of in mostly trad now. And like when After Dark Olympus started doing like really well, I kind of was able to write my own check, which is never, it's not a thing that the light shines and the light goes away. Right now it shines.
But when
And
it shines, baby, let it go shine bright.
you gotta like, I joke that you have to drive it like you stole it. Like you have to just go. Like you don't ask permission, just do the thing. Eventually someone will tell you no. And until then,
keep going.
assume that they say yes.
Yeah.
So I was like, I want to sell a pirate series, which I love Pirates of the Caribbean. Like that was like a really, really intense movie for me when it first came out.
I think it was more Johnny Depp for me. I don't know.
It's just like, but like the trio and like this says so much about me that's probably not complimentary, but like I love Barbosa. I love him so like he's got that swagger and like kind of that like
he does.
It's just, you know, he's gonna ruin your life, but like it might be okay before he does.
I'll take it. Whatever. let me go with a smile on my face, babe. I don't had a good life. Now go ahead on and ruin it for me, babe.
Listen, you know that he like I think there's like a whole like somebody was just literally I saw a TikTok they were talking about like fan fiction writing a romantic partner for him and I'm like I might have to go look this up. It's like it's a need. So when it came time for me to write fantasy, I was like, I want to write pirates, and like they're not really pirates, but like I want to try to capture that feeling of like vibes from Pirates of the Caribbean where it's like it's a romp, but more sex because I mean it's a Disney movie, whatever, but like more sex, a lot more queer because like I can write my own check now, so I'm for the moment, and queerness is my vibe, so. Yeah, that's kind of how I came to
it's a great vibe, baby. It's a great vibe, honey. Let me tell you something. I mean, what was the song? Please don't interrupt my vibe. Don't mess with my vibe.
Well, it's partly because like I am queer, so like obviously I'm gonna write the thing that I vibe with, but like I got told no a lot about like in relation to writing queer characters like early in my career.
Really?
Yeah,
well, you started like 11 years ago, though.
Yeah.
When though, Katee?
It was very much like if you're not writing a queer series, and by queer they mean specifically mostly gay, like male, then and a lot of times even if you were, it was considered erotica, even if it wasn't erotica.
Yeah, that's right.
So like they're like, you can't just put queer people in like a straight series. And I was like, but what? Why not? And so now I'm like, oh, there's no straight people.
There is straight movies. Yeah, you got movies, we all intertwined together. Hell, we all queer. Don't play.
Yeah, it's a lot better than it used to be as far as that goes. Like there's still, we got so long to go in so many ways, but it is better than it was 10 years ago, thankfully.
Yeah, they really thank God for that. Let's check in real quick the BBS Players Club. Rom-com Diva. Hi, thanks for checking in. Mitzi, what did you say? I was in Germany too. Oh, okay, so she answered you already, but that one, but not everybody just saying hello over in here. Wait, Missy, you said something
Yeah,
else.
I
What you
was in
said? You
K-Town.
were
I was in K-Town during World Cup, if that
oh
and I was like 19.
oh
It was that was a wild time. World Cup's wild over there.
oh my God! I bet it is. That's another thing, man. We should have a book signing during the World Cup. That
Oh
would
my
shit.
god.
Oh my God, that would hit, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, my idea. Let's do it, Kate. Let's do it. Let's do one. Let's do one. Y'all write that down. We're gonna find. We're gonna do another World. We're gonna have us a book signing during the World Cup and see how it work out for us. Just this gonna be cute. Okay, so Renata, what'd you say, sweetie? You said your books got my eye falling out and rolling around on the deck like pirates.
Oh, that's amazing.
Mm,
Thank you.
I absolutely love that. Absolutely love that. All right, so now you're writing romance books. You're doing your thing. You're here. You have arrived, and you're gonna be on top for a long, long time.
I hope so. I mean,
You will be.
I like I enjoy this position because it allows me to like uplift like a
Yeah,
bunch of like, and like I said, people don't tell me no right now. So I'm like, y'all should do this thing for this and we should do this thing to like help this thing.
yeah.
And it's nice.
It's lifting while
Publishing gives
climbing.
and takes away, but for
Yeah.
now.
For now, while you're on top, and I love it too. That's what it says: lifting while climbing. That's what my whole thing is. My whole is like, listen, we all gonna make it to the top, but let's just bring people along with us who is worthy to be there because everybody can't go.
No,
I mean,
no.
I'm
And
telling
like
you, girl.
a lot of people helped me like along
Yeah,
the way and continue to do so. So like not paying it forward feels yucky.
yeah. I absolutely love it. All right, okay. Let's see here. So you know what? This is bringing us to the first segment here at the Brown Book Series. It's called Name That Book. Well, we take we take a synopsis, a passage, or a character related to one of your books, and you have to name the book. Now, you have a lot of series, so we give you a character name. We meant the book that they are the start of.
Okay.
Okay, you
Okay.
got it. Do not help
Okay.
her in the chat, y'all. Don't be out there cheating and shit. You're gonna get this one because it's gonna be awesome. This is let me tell you, this is my favorite book of yours, hands down. Okay. This is my favorite. Don't ask me why. You already know why. Well, hold on. Here we go. Name that book. So when I catch my fiance cheating on me, honey, there's only one revenge that will fulfill all my needs.
It's true. It's Your Dad Will Do, and the revenge
Yup.
is boning his father, and that just seems reasonable to me. I don't know.
What else you want me to do? There's nothing else I could do. A brother won't do. Not even a sister won't do. It has to be a mama or a daddy. Have to be.
It's that book exists solely because of Nikki Sloane's Filthy Rich American series. Because I was like,
Oh,
am I
I
into
love this.
father-in-law stuff? Like, I didn't think I was, but I think I might be now. And I had to like grapple with those feelings, and so I wrote a book.
Girl had me looking at my father-in-law crazy. Look, like, Poppy is kind of cute now. You know what I'm saying?
Apparently, my ex-husband's family got a big kick out of that book, which I was like, mind your business. They're like, oh, Your
What?
Dad Will Do, and I'm like, not that one. Ew.
Not that one, honey.
No.
We got rid of his son and we don't want his daddy. Okay, quit playing with
Yeah.
us. So, all right, cool. Your Dad Will Do. Now tell it. This is from your Taboo series. Tell us a little
Yes.
bit about this. Well, about this book in particular, and then this whole series.
So this book, like, this series was written, or this book in particular, but this series as a general whole was written like around the beginning of the pandemic, and it was kind of a pressure valve series because my entire family was in my house with me and I was going crazy. And the only place that they would leave me alone for like an extra 10 minutes was my office. So I was like, I guess I'll just keep working. So I wrote entirely too many books over like 2 years. And these ones they're high heat and not much else. Like they're great slump buster books. Like there's not a lot of plot, there's not a lot of character stuff going on. It's just like
It's straight
sexy
to the
good
point.
times.
Straight to
Yes.
the point. I love it.
Yeah. And so the other books are Gifting Me to His Best Friend, which is loosely inspired by a scene in a book that I cannot remember the name of now. I think I can't remember. It's an old book. And then Seducing My Guardian was like kind of my challenge
Yeah.
to myself of like, well, how do you write a Guardian book that doesn't feel like I have teenagers now, and so that, like,
I
barely
was just
legal
about to
thing
say.
that never used to bother me now deeply bothers me, and so I'm like, "Oh, how do I write one that doesn't bother me?" And then there's my dad's best friend, of course, because that's, you know, delightful.
I love that, because I'm all into porn, right? So when I be, doing my thing on Friday nights, I be like, well, they need to bring back Cinemax After Dark. I don't know what's going on. But they have on Pornhub, they have this series called Pure Taboo. And it's all about like the father-in-laws and the stepmoms and all that. And so I was like, oh, Katie need to upload this on Pornhub. Like this, I mean, just saying. It was so like, oh, I like this.
There's a reason the taboo, like, gets people's engines going, and, like,
It,
that feeling of, like, "We shouldn't," like, is
why
it just makes
not?
it harder.
Yes, honey. I'd be like, whatever, child. Love is love and sex is sex. Get over it. Absolutely love it. All right. So next up, name that book. Ready? Here we go.
Yes.
Once upon a time, a woman fell in love with a man. He wasn't a good man. Men never are.
Oh god.
Oh
Oh,
God,
that's
that's
like all of
it.
my books. Oh, no.
This
Um,
feels like all of them. This is on a passage in this
that, like I
Once
wanna
upon a
say The Bastard's Betrayal, but that doesn't seem right. A woman fell well, he wasn't a good man, men never are.
and
No,
then she
that's Dark Olympus, that's a Dark Olympus book. Shit. I don't know. Damn.
mm, here we go.
I should know my own stuff. Oh, it's not even close. Okay, listen, in my defense, Hades is there is a crossover. That is one of my favorite books too, and I should
I
know that.
exactly. I was like,
Meg
shit,
is so like I love a relationship in trouble, and
yeah.
writing that with those characters was really it. So learn my lesson is the second book in the Wicked Villains. It's
Mm-hmm.
Hercules Megara the Fury, not the
Not.
wife from Myth who gets horribly murdered, and Hades. And Meg and Hades are in like a
Oh, hey.
long-term relationship that's kind of gone
Yeah.
stale, and like he's not as emotionally as available as he really
He's
needs to be for her.
not. He's not.
And so, like, the solution, of course, is to seduce the son of his old longtime enemy, Zeus, who just sort of wanders into town, and to kind of gift him to his non-wife, because they're not married, but like his
Not
person.
very. Yeah.
Um, and Hercules is the biggest himbo ever. Like, he just is like, that's wrong. And I have a deep, abiding need to tell you that that's wrong. And it's like, but like, don't you kind of like it, Hercules?
Right. I was like, shut up, Karen. Let the man be.
Right. He does, he shuts up, but yeah, no, it's one of my favorites. I'm actually going to be going through it and, like, giving it a little spiff up soon, because
Oh,
Source Books bought the print rights for
yes.
this
Yeah.
series,
Yeah.
and they get like, sexy covers, like, the
Mhm.
Desperate Measures cover is already out, and it's quite nice, so I'm
Mm.
excited to see this one in particular.
Nah, I can't wait to see it. I cannot wait. Look at you. You're doing good though, Kate. I'm telling you, you're doing good, girl. All
I
right.
have too many books.
You got a lot of books. But hey, they're good books though, too. Next up, name that book. Character. Sloan O'Malley.
Sloane O'Malley. So she's from the O'Malley series. Her book
Mhm.
is it used to be called something else, but now it's called
Yeah,
Beautiful Vengeance.
you're right. It used to
What
be
was it
called
called?
Forbidden Promises.
That's the one.
Yeah.
I wrote this book while like just after I had my son. My youngest child is 8 now, and I was not sleeping, and I don't remember most of writing the book, but I do remember Jude, who's the hero, and I was like
Yeah.
he was the first hero that I was like, "You can't talk to her like that. Like, you can't say that to her. She's a virgin," and he did.
He
He did
did
say it
it.
to her.
He did, and he
She
did. You hear me?
she didn't stay a virgin for very long,
Not
so
long. I said he is rough, but I loved it though. And I love that she was a virgin. I
I
like it. I like that. I don't know why I
I
do.
I don't write virgins very much, but when I do, they don't so the upcoming Dark Restraint, Ariadne is a virgin for
Mhm.
literally 10 pages, if that. Like it's
Damn. She couldn't get a cherry popped in page 50? Good. Did he at least feed her first? Shit.
oh no, he didn't. I mean, he ate, but he didn't feed her.
We know he ate. He like, yeah, put this in your mouth. I'll be right back. Oh my God, I love.
He's the Minotaur is
Yeah.
a strong personality, for better or worse.
I love it. Listen, you have no arguments out of me, boo. All right, I love it. All right, let's keep it going. Name that book. He's giving everything to the Lost City. Oh, she know this one, but now he's ready to take something for himself. What you got?
The other Hades in Neon Gods.
Yeah.
Hades is like, you know that meme of like the bat, the cute little bat that's like, oh, it's Midnight Ruin? Is it Karen? Oh, I suck. It was Lower City. Listen.
Yeah. I like she got this. And then you start talking, it ain't shit. He just threw it up there. So you were like,
no, you're so wrong.
And look, my dumb ass is like, oh, I'm just gonna here listen. I'm like, it's not the right book, but I'm gonna hear what she got.
Okay, well, Midnight Ruin is also good. It's got puppy play. I definitely did not tell my editor that I was putting that in. Well, okay, so in my defense, I wrote.
Oh God,
writing.
We both gonna get careful.
I know. I was just minding my business, writing my words, and then Eurydice was like, "Get on the floor and crawl. It's what good dogs do." And I was like, and I text my friend who used to be dominatrix, and I was like, "Am I writing puppy play? I think I might be writing puppy play." And she's like, "You are." And I was like, "I need to do some research."
Oh my God, I love it. I can't take it.
And then I just sent it to my editor with no warning whatsoever, because like it's often better to ask for forgiveness than for permission.
Exactly.
Because she's like, if you told me you were doing this, I would have been like, I don't think this is gonna. And then she's like, but it does work.
She love it, right? Sometimes it needs to have. They need to be surprised. You know what? Sometimes with editors, Katie, they remind me of like Bobby Flay, the little cooking people. You know what I'm saying? You on Chopped and you're looking at what they're doing. So if they drop something or do something different, you already seen it. So now in your mind, you're like, but if the doors or everybody's behind closed doors and then they come out, you're like, shit. So I think sometimes editors are like that too. You just got to give it to them and be like, there you go, and eat it and read it.
I think that's true for readers to some degree. Like even as a reader myself, like there's things that I'm like, I don't want that. Sounds like not a thing that I want. And then like certain authors will write it and I'm like, I did want that. Thank you. And so
I need it from you. I don't need it from her. She ain't giving it to me like I like it, Big Daddy. You know what I'm saying? Like you give it to me like I want. You and the O'Malley's. That's what I wanted.
Yeah, I strive to be that when like readers like, I don't think I want that. I'm like, just if you've read my stuff before and you like my stuff, just like maybe give it a little test. Just see, you might like it.
Get the 2-finger test. You'll be just fine. Listen. I absolutely love it. Okay, next up. Name that book. You're doing great, Katie. You're doing great. There are also, one giant complication. And I've had enough of those to last me several lifetimes.
The problem with this game is that as soon as I finish a book, I'm like, did I write that book? I have no memory of it.
No, you wrote it. I know you don't have a ghostwriter. I know who your editor is, so I'm good on you.
No, I just have object permanence issues.
It's the hair color. It's the hair.
It honestly, like, giant complication.
You're doing good though, Katie.
You're doing great. Good beauty.
I know. There are also one giant complication. And I've had enough of those to last me a lifetime. She was talking to Knox.
Oh, so that's gotta be the Demon's Bargain.
And she was talking to Knox.
Was she talking about two people or Blood on? Yeah. Did I just write that book? Did that book just come out?
Yes. Just about it. So, ladies and gentlemen, the new release that's out now. I can't.
Listen, if there was orgasmic bites in that teaser, I would have gotten it right.
I'm gonna start doing orgasm bites. Going forward, y'all remind me that's gonna be it. The sex scenes is gonna be the name of the book. I love it. This is your new release. It came out May the 14th. So, happy belated book birthday, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
time's a flat surface.
How about that? So tell us about Blood on the Tide. This is book 2 of your Crimson Cells series.
Yes, it's book 2. They function as standalones. It's a different couple in each.
Yeah.
It's sapphic. It is a lady vampire whose bites are in fact orgasmic, and she likes to murder. She does a lot of murder. It's kind of her default.
It's our deal.
And then her love interest is a lady Selkie who's had her skin stolen because that is a Selkie story. What's a Selkie story without somebody getting their skin stolen? So they partner up to retrieve the skin, and also there was some stuff stolen from the vampire that she would like to retrieve before returning home to her own like realm. And things get sexy, and it's basically a morality chain, which is a trope that more people should love, but it's when one character has no morals, and so they sort of adopt the morals of their love interest. In this case, it's like the whole book is Maeve telling Lizzie, please don't murder everyone that we encounter. Please.
Everybody, shit.
And Lizzie is like, fine. And it's a sexy good time. I had a lot of fun with these two. It's definitely a romp. It's if Pirates of the Caribbean had more women in it and they made out and stuff.
Yo, maybe listen, that's another fan fiction thing in Virginia. You know what I'm saying?
I just write the world that I'd like to see.
You know what? That's what I'm saying. I read what I want to see. I love it. And speaking of, writing the words you want to see, reading what you want to see, we want to know who you want to sleep with. So and then it brings us to the next segment here called Who'd You Rather? Well, we take this one we're just going to take your heroes because I don't want to get you in trouble with the girls, honey. Your heroes. Because that damn Kiara, she can get it. Miss O'Malley, hey boo boo girl, hey girl, hey boo kitty. Yeah, she can get it. So let's take your heroes. We're gonna pit them against each other, and you let us know who you want to have a one night stand with.
Okay, one night stand that's a good qualifier because if it was a relationship, that's a completely different animal.
Yeah, we don't love them hoes. We just want one night only. That's it. Hit it and quit it. You want to leave me a little change on the nightstand? I appreciate it. Okay. Don't be texting me, asking me, did I get home safely? None of the bullshit. Just do your boo.
Perfect.
All right. You love it. You ready?
Yes.
Who'd you rather? T.
Easy.
Or James Halloran?
I love James Halloran. He is him and Kerrigan are one of my favorite couples I've ever written, and he would just do work. Teague is great. Teague's crazy. He tries real hard, but like he'd hold out the guilt thing, which is not sexy. James would just like take care of business.
Yes. Yeah, I said that too. As a Teague ass gonna cry and shit. Doesn't matter what doing.
Or just like try to like be like, are you sure? Yes, shush, you're ruining it. Stop.
Yeah, stop talking. Oh my god. We had to go through that part off the air. Good grief. Okay. All right. So we going with James.
Oh yeah.
Who'd you rather?
Oh, see,
Julian or Jude?
It says something that like my preference is not for the O'Malley men. It is.
I see.
It is for like I like Killian, but Killian is like a baby. Like he's a baby, and he starts the series really douchey, and then like kind of has a come to Jesus.
Then he gets sexy like, along the way. Yeah,
he does. He's good, but like James or Jude would just ruin your life, and you thank him for it.
We'll pay him. Like, sorry, you left your stuff on the nightstand. We left you a little tip out there.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so how about this one then?
Yep. So Dimitri is the first villain that I wrote a proper like sold people on, because this series is only supposed to be 5 books, and Dimitri, he walked on this page in book 2, and I was like, oh my goodness, like you're
Yeah.
very sexy. And then starting in like book 4, him and his heroine have this sort of like circling situation going on, and he is
Mm,
so good, like bad.
yes.
He's so bad,
Yes.
but like
Yes.
again, he would ruin my life.
And we would want him to.
Yeah, and I'd be like, I appreciate that. Thank you.
You're welcome. Now, Katie, you know, dissed all the O'Malley boys. But we're not gonna let
I
you off the hook. No, we're not gonna let you off the hook because you're gonna have to choose.
Okay,
Who would you
okay.
Let me tell you, I'm up on game because I didn't pick none of them either. And I went with you. I did. I was like, I love them to death. But I was like, nah, if I want to go ahead in one night, I'm gonna have to go with everybody else. So now, yeah, Teague,
Okay,
Killian, or Aiden. Who
okay.
would you rather? I know who you gonna pick.
You do? I don't know who I'm gonna
Mhm.
pick.
I know who I would pick.
I think it has to be Aiden, right? Like, because
It
Teek's
has to be
nuts,
Aiden.
Killian is a baby,
Yes.
and Aiden is like the buttoned up type that's like freaky behind closed doors. Yeah, I'm with
Yes,
Aiden.
that's what I'm trying to get. I'm like, Killian is a bitch, and Teague is damn crazy. So I, you know what I mean? Even though I don't know, Teague one of them nights, I'd be like,
Like it was that is I was saying Teague, like there was a little bit of like there's something about the little bit of unhinged that could work, but like he would just say something, I'd be like, I
that
can't
will
now. Now
blow
I have to
me.
leave. Like,
And didn't even get off, just pissed off.
right. Now we're both
Just-
upset.
Now we're both upset, and now I had to go and knock on Jules' door. You know what I mean?
Right. Honestly.
I absolutely love it. All right, let's go check out in the chat over here. Look, they saying Teague. Really? You want Teague, girl? They is over here tripping, mouth on the floor. What y'all talking about over there? Not Big Daddy. Oh, you talking about me, girl? I'm telling you, listen. I'm having me a good old time over here, honey. They just laughing. Y'all enjoying Miss Katie, honey. We love that you're on our show tonight. We really appreciate you, sweetie. You are the best. I know a dictionary and the thesaurus is his genre. Listen, for this genre, what? Oh, because of the Greek mythology and,
Yeah,
and Hades and all that.
the fantasy one's like gnarly too because it's got a lot of Welsh mythology and
Yeah.
Welsh language. They don't use a lot of vowels, so it's like
They don't. Yeah.
I do a lot of looking up how to say stuff.
I love you. Would be great at doing the historical too.
Oh, there's so many rules though. Like,
Girl, listen, call Miss Bev and she will give you all the rules real quick.
oh,
She'll get
she's
you
the
all the way
best.
together. She's absolutely the best. LaShirley checking in. Hey, sunshine. Hey, y'all. Hey. Love it. What you say, girl? I am late to the party. Listen, you late to the party, but honey, you listen. You can always hit the replay, and Miss Katie gonna come back and hang out with us again too. So you're fine. She's an official friend to the show, honey. And me and her gonna get our hair done and because I like that. I'm trying to tell you, baby. They'll be like, oh my gosh, she been hanging with Katie. Yep, show have. All right, so now we know all the people you want to sleep with. We know about your books. We know about all that. So now we need to know something a little different. You ready?
Okay.
Author's moments. What's your most urgent priority for the rest of the year, both in the literary world and in your personal life?
So
we flip that thing around.
I know, like get serious. Okay. No, it's
The
actually to
bipolar
slow
in me.
down. Like that, like I've been at a really unsustainable pace for the last decade. I don't know, last couple years in particular. And so the goal is to slow down and like I don't know if it's going to happen. Like cuz every time I'm like I'm going to slow down and then I come up with 6 more projects and my family is like, "Katie, what are you doing?" But in relation to that, I am actually going to be I'm going to stay with romance forever, but I am going to be shopping at like Fantasy First series soon that it will have some romance and sex in it, but it's going to be a little more like traditional fantasy, which terrifies me, but I am
What is
excited.
traditional fantasy?
It's just so when you read my books, it's a lot of like I call them the Fast and Furious of romance. It's like get in the car, don't ask questions about physics. We're going fast. It's gonna be hot.
Love. It's like the underground. I said it about you. Like she's like an underground writer, kind of like go down there and it's all the good stuff
Yeah.
Yeah.
So fantasy is a lot more world building and like follows
Oh, yeah.
the characters' arcs and stuff is like takes more
Mm,
precedence than like the romantic elements, which we'll see where the balance ends up. I'm not entirely certain yet, but I just there's this book a story I want to tell and I don't have the craft to do it, and so I need to kind of like circle my way there, and that means going a little more fantasy for a while.
okay.
But I'm gonna keep up the dirty stuff in the meantime as well because
Thank
I
you.
enjoy it.
Appreciate you. I'm just saying, if you stop doing dirty, so just text them to me. Okay. Just, be like, Shay, just
I
text
don't
me a
know who
whole
I'd be if I didn't have it at least some of the books be filthy. Like that's the good stuff.
girl, you have to dye your hair black and everything.
I know.
You have to go like totally different. We'll be like, who the hell is that? They have to start calling you Catherine or some shit. It won't even be Katie.
Oh no. Yeah.
It'll be Kate. It'll be
Yeah. Oh geez. Oh,
no,
that
that hurt
we
my heart.
can't. We can't. Never.
Never, never. Big up to all the Kates out there. We ain't talking about child, but y'all know what we're talking about. We don't care. Yeah, sorry, not sorry. All right, cool. Author's moments. And being a novelist, what did you learn a little too late?
Tea. No, I learned that when I sold my first book, I was like 23, 24, and I was a little goober. And I did not realize that when a company tells you we're just like a family here, it means run away. Run away
Oh,
so
no.
fast. Um, and so I did not learn good boundaries like with between me and publishers or editors or what have you until late enough to hurt. And I
Mm,
hadn't had an agent at that time, which again, if I do not recommend selling to a publisher without an agent to be your muscle if you need it. And I definitely got burned pretty hardcore
yeah.
for like a number of reasons and that but I'm fueled by spite, and so sometimes you got to learn the lessons the hard way, and then that just fuels you to do better, and they can choke on my success. So,
You know what I'm saying? Climb to the top and spit on their ass. Not just like, okay, I'm
just
with you.
figuratively, but like I don't
Just
have to spit on
figuratively.
them
Yeah.
because they're imagining it anyways. Like they
Oh,
don't. I don't need to do anything.
yeah, you just looking at them, look at you. Like I see y'all down there. Okay, then
Well, the
y'all
funniest
cute.
thing is that organization,
Yeah,
somebody in there reached out to me like a couple years ago and was like, "We'd love to have you back." Like, I could probably convince the other people to like bring you back. And I'm like, "Oh, nope.
convinced.
I'm so good. So
What
good.
makes
Thank you
you
though."
convinced? Like, come on, man. They see your records. They see your stuff. Like, don't act like don't do that.
It's I feel like in publishing it's really easy to fall into that. Like you should just be grateful to be here. And like that's
Yes.
not
Yeah.
how it should be because like publishers don't exist without our intellectual property.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, a lot of authors get just run through the mill because they're just so grateful that they don't put down good boundaries and then they
Yeah.
get burned.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, it's way more common than it should be. So, yeah.
Oh, but you good now, boo.
Yeah. Hey, I learned my lesson and I took it to heart and it's been mostly fine ever since. So,
I absolutely love it. That's what I'm talking about. Author's moments, Katie. If you could sit down and have tea with the one fictional character of yours, who would it be?
okay, of mine. Okay.
Yeah, of
Okay.
yours.
Ooh, that's a good one. I would oh geez. Okay. I would love at this was one of those questions that will change every time if it's ever asked again, but I would love to just hang out with Knox, who is
Not
a
nice.
side character in or and they are one of the main leads in the third book. Like they're one of the
Oh,
romantic leads. So
okay.
they're like a captain, they're non-binary and charming and very dashing and like, you know, I think that they would be interesting, and that might be because I'm writing their book right now. So so I'm like,
Well,
"Please let me in your brain. I would like to know more."
they're gonna let you win, girl. You're gonna be just fine. Author's moments. If you could sit down with your 15-year-old self, what would you tell her?
"Oh, sweetie, run." No. I it's one of those things that, like, I think when you're breaking generational trauma, you become the person that you needed when you were younger or 15 or what have you. And yeah, I probably wouldn't say much at all. I'd probably just give her a big old hug and be like, "You're gonna be okay. Like, you're gonna be so much better than okay. Like, it's gonna be so good. It's just, you gotta go through hell first." So,
Just a little bit.
yeah. But,
Just
like,
a
look
little
where we
bit.
end up. Like, we're doing so good.
Listen, I'm with you on that. Bobby Blue Bland said you gotta hurt before you can heal. You know what I'm saying?
Well, and, like,
So
I'm not a believer that, like, you have to suffer in order to appreciate good stuff, but, like,
mm,
you sure do appreciate good stuff when you've, like,
yeah,
had nothing.
I went
Like,
through something.
yeah.
Yeah. I
And
love it. I
therapy.
love
Therapy
it.
helps.
Yeah. Trust me, I know. Oh God. Author's moments. What would your pen name be?
If I had been smart, I would have picked a pen name. I was like, "No, my legal name's fine. I don't see how this could possibly backfire at any point in time." And now
Uh,
my teenagers are like, people well, my eldest thinks it's hilarious, and ever since she was aware of what I do, like, throws my like, "Oh, my mom writes spicy books." But my middle is a lot more private, and people try to or kids try to give shit about, like, "Oh, your mom writes porn books." And I'm like and of course, he's so fucking clever. He's like, "Oh, I didn't know you could read." Like,
right. I'm like, and my mama rich, bitch, whatever.
yeah.
So, and
Your mom reads my mom's porn books, so
exactly. And try it on your daddy. How about that?
no, pen name, I had one at one point that I was like, "Oh, I should, like, change it," but, like, honestly, I don't even know. It'd be something I'd at this point, I'm so, like, the fucks are gone. It'd be probably be something, like, goofy, like Myrtle or something like Muriel, I don't know, some old lady name that they're like, "Oh, it's a nice old lady writes these books," and then they, like,
Margaret.
pick it up and they're yeah, Margaret. Oh.
Margaret. No, I cannot. That would be hot
That'd be
though.
funny. That
That
I'd
would
commit
be
to that bit
funny.
so hard too.
I'm telling you, that would be damn hilarious. I absolutely love it. All right. Dead or alive? If you were hosting a dinner party and could invite 5 people from any era, who would it be? Real people, no fictional
Okay.
people.
Well, my number 1 currently is because 'cause I'm deeply obsessed with him in a way that I'm like, I don't think we can meet in person, is Stephen Graham Jones.
Oh,
He is an Indigenous author who writes,
yeah.
like, horror books, like slashers in
Yes.
particular right now, and
He was just at the Virginia festival.
he's so cool. He's so
Oh,
cool, and his brain is
oh,
so brilliant, and, like, his acknowledgments are the most meandering, joyful things I've ever read. Like, he's just
mhm.
I just would like to sit in his presence for a little bit and, like, soak up some of his genius.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
oh gosh, okay, so I feel like Mary Shelley or no, yeah? No, yeah, is would be, like, one of those ones that's probably pretty cliche, but, like,
It's your
original
party,
goth
boo.
girl, like
It's your
um,
party.
and, oh, man. See, all mine are like, I just wanna know. Like, I'd love to hang out with Shelley Lawrenston. Like, her
Mm,
humor is so great,
it is.
and
Yeah, she
her
is.
books were one of the first that I read that I was like, "I didn't know you could do that." Because, like, for so long, heroines had to be very particular and, like, gentle and soft and whatever, and in her, like I think it was, like, one of her first trilogies, they're just vicious and just, like,
Yeah.
mean and, like, violent, and I'm like, "Oh my god, this is amazing. I didn't
Yeah.
know you were allowed to do this, and I want to
Yeah.
do this." But she doesn't leave her house much, it seems like. Like, she went to, like, one event and it didn't go well, and I
Yeah.
didn't get a chance to talk to her, so, um, that's 3. Gosh, this is so hard. I wanna there most of these people are alive. I wanna meet N.K. Jemisin. Like, she's another that, like, every single thing she writes, I'm like, "Oh my god,
You
your
haven't
brain."
met her?
No, I don't go places. I mean, I go places, but I, like, do, like, reader stuff. I haven't been to, like, an actual, like, author event in quite a while. And again, I would just be like, "I love your shit," and, like, embarrass myself. No, I'm not your peer, I'm your fangirl. Um,
Now sign my book. Shit.
right? Please. I'm just gonna cry a little bit, it'll be fine. Um, yeah, and then I don't know. Like maybe Jacqueline Carey, mostly because Cutile's Dart, which apparently I've been saying that wrong my entire life. That's not how you say it. I can't remember how you say it. Was like the first like hardcore epic fantasy that I'd read that was like the heroine's just queer. Like she's just queer and it's kinky as shit.
Oh
And
shit.
she's a spy who's also a courtesan who feels pain as pleasure. And like so she's like a masochist, but it's like a magical masochist essentially. Like she has no control over it. And it's like this sweeping epic. And her love interest is a priest who's taken a vow of like not to fuck. And that's the relationship. And she fucks a lot and he doesn't fuck at all. And so
What? He don't? He doesn't?
well, they do eventually. They do eventually,
Oh.
but it's like it's
How many
very
pages down the line? It's like at the end
there's
of
a
the
lot
book.
of sex in those books. They have sex, I think, once in the first one. But like he's conflicted, right? Because he's given up all his vows. He's supposed to be the perfect companion and not, do the thing and not do the other thing and not do all
Now
this
he's
shit.
gave up his
Yeah.
vows. Now he's giving
And
up the
so
dick. Yeah.
his only
Whatever.
vow that he like by the end of this is like keeping her alive because he's the perfect he's given up literally
Oh.
everything else. And so he's a prideful creature and he's kind of a dick. And like they're both very young initially, like in their like 18 to 20 range.
He
And
a
so they're
priest? That young?
yeah, essentially. He's essentially a priest. Like they're fostered at the age of 10. And so from 10 to like 22 or however old he is at this book, he's been like training to like just be a bodyguard, like a
Right.
priestly bodyguard.
An
And
armor bearer, kind of, yeah.
it's it's one of those ones that like it's got like all epic fantasy. I feel like it has a lot of like shit. Like it's like, oh god,
Mm.
that's like kind of a tough read. But like it's she did something with that series, and I still reread it probably like once a year, like the
I might have to go
trilogy.
read it now. Good grief, Katie. I got
I
enough
it's
shit to read. Now I gotta go
I
read something
know,
else.
I know.
Fucking
It's
around with
just
you.
it's
Mm-mm.
yeah, did I pick up on most of it when I was reading at like 15? No. I was like because like all the sexual terms are in like French. And so I'm like,
Oh.
what does that mean? Like, I don't know. I don't have access to the internet right now. So I was like, I think I understand. I think that might be oral sex. Like it's
I'm definitely reading this damn series. Hey, y'all, go 5 minutes to read.
oh yeah, no. It's kinky as hell. It's pretty great. Like there's a lot of politics and shit, but like
Yeah.
and it's got the single best villain I've ever read. Like it's a lady, she's super sexy. She's in it for the game. She's not in it to like do the thing. She just really enjoys the game of the Game of Thrones, the game of politics. And like and she's
Which
really
is the
good at
Game of
it.
Thrones.
Yeah. And so it's yeah, the push and pull between the heroine and the villain is just phenomenal as well. Like I
I
was a little bit rooting
absolutely,
for them.
oh my God, I absolutely love it. You know what, Katie? This is bringing us to the end of my interview. I know this book by so freaking fast. Oh my God.
I know.
We have one question left, but before we ask this last question, we want to say thank you for joining us first and foremost.
Thank you so
And we
much for
want
having me. This has been so much fun.
thank you. We want you to tell us all things Katee Roberts, where they can go to get your book, your social media handles, your website. Give us your call to action. If you have a newsletter, what you want us to do, where you want us to be at, girl. There you go.
Okay, so I am on the internet. No, my website is just it's actually right down there, the www.kateerobert.com. 2 E's, no S. And that's like it's the best way to keep up with me is frankly a newsletter because like Instagram's threatening to take away my account right now, so that might be gone at some point. But
What?
I am most active on Instagram and now Threads because I have an addiction and periodically TikTok. But if you follow me there, you probably won't see my videos because the algorithm giveth and taketh away. So
Yeah.
the newsletter, I have a newsletter. I send it like, I don't know, every week or two. And it's usually just like short and to the point and hopefully entertaining. And I also share a lot of like what books I'm reading or like what I'm into at the moment. Because I like to recommend things to people.
I absolutely love it. So we'll go to your website and get everything. And they also get the book, her new book that just released. And she has so many more that's coming out this year, girl. Oh my God. I was like, I'm gonna be pre-ordering to damn things around here. What is
Who
doing?
sleeps? Not me. I
You need a
don't
break,
know.
Mama. No, you need a break, Mama. It's too many outfits. I couldn't keep up. So shit. I love it.
That's the goal is to slow down. We'll see how it goes. I'm
Yes,
trying to get down to 3 books a year, which is a crazy thing to say, but that's the goal.
girl, I love it because I like reading them, but I was whoa out. I said shit.
I bet. Yeah.
Love it. All right, so let's see here. The last question of the night, Katie.
Okay.
You ready?
Yes.
She said yes. Here we go. If you were writing a book
no.
about your life, what would the title be?
Oh God. See, the funny thing is that titles are my weakness. And like if there's a book on a shelf, it is not a title I came up with. And I want to say like Beautiful Disaster, but like I think that is a book already. I'm pretty sure. So
This is the book of your life, though. It don't matter.
I know. Okay.
Your
But
life.
it's like Barely Controlled Chaos would probably be the title of that book. Like that is the thing. We are in perpetual motion, and for better or worse, that's always been the case. Sometimes for worse, but for better right now. So yeah, Barely Controlled Chaos. That I feel like that works.
I feel like it works too. Barely Controlled Chaos. That's neat. It's a lot. It's a mouthful.
Yeah.
But it's okay. This is what we do. It's okay. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a big round of applause to New York Times, USA Today's bestselling award-winning author, Miss Katee Robert. Katie, thank you so much for joining me. I really, really appreciate you. You are absolutely awesome. You have to come back. We're gonna try to see if we get her at Raw, y'all. She'll be doing a lot of art events, but we're gonna see if she for a little bit. If you have that Raw, please go get it. RawExperience.com. We're gonna start telling you guys who's gonna be there. Let me tell you, on that Friday night, y'all gonna gag with all gagulations. You want to go and get your ticket now. Y'all was mad at me last time because Miss Regina Bell came and sung y'all down. He was like, yeah, Regina Bell's gonna be there. Baby, you don't want to miss it. We have so many surprises coming up this year, November 1st to 2nd. If you haven't received your ticket yet, please go out and get it. RawExperience.com. And we're gonna talk to Katie, girl. We're gonna see if we get Katie to come play with us for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Go up here and show out on us or something. So make sure you share, subscribe, and like. Let your friends know that Katee Robert was in the building with us tonight. Go back, look at the replay. Go and get all her books. Join her newsletter. Get everything that has her name on it, okay? And when she becomes Margaret, you're gonna get that too. Yeah. Hold 1 second for me, Katie. We'll see you guys next week. Next week we have Monique Fisher. All right, it's gonna be awesome. Hold on.
No one can judge. No one can judge. This is for us. Open up your brown book, baby. Open up your brown book, baby. Open up your brown book.